This is the Guadalupe Peak, and this will be the view you're rewarded with whenever you summit Texas' tallest mountain known as the Guadalupe Mountain. The mountain is 8,751 feet above sea level. The hike itself is an 8.4-mile round trip with a 3,000-foot elevation gain. The trail starts off pretty innocent with just a few minor steps leading up to the base of the first mountain. You quickly realize that it gets steeper and steeper as you make your way up. This hike is definitely not for beginners, with certain parts of the trail leaving you walking right on a cliff's edge. You definitely want to make sure you bring plenty of food and water as you're zigzagging your way up this intense landscape. You also want to make sure you're wearing the correct gear as you make your way up this hike. The longer you walk, the more and more you're rewarded with bigger and greater views. We didn't know it at the time, but we were only about halfway to the peak. By this point though, we were already committed to make it to the very top. We got to a certain point where we needed to rest, and we just looked back at how far we've already come. As we made our way up over the next mountain, it opened up into a giant valley. By this point, we got really motivated because it felt like the top was just right around the corner. That is, until we got right around the corner. We're literally sitting here, stuck on the side of the mountain. Oh my god.
Whose idea was it?
This was my idea to hike this. 9,000 feet.
Who wanted to stop?
To the top of that peak, and
Who said it wasn't a good idea? Who stuck it out? Who's whining?
Me and Layla are whining. We are wore plumb out. It was clear that we were not prepared for this hike. But to be fair, the GPS said it was only an hour-and-a-half hike, so we thought we could just knock it out quickly. We obviously got some false information because we were not expecting a 4-hour hike one way. About an hour away from the peak still, you'll come across this man-made bridge. It's pretty cool to walk across. After about another 30 minutes of walking, we rounded the corner and saw this view. We knew the end had to be right within grasp. After we went over this final little hill, we knew we were practically at the top, and this is the view we were waiting for the entire time. And although we were exhausted, climbing to the top of Texas felt like such an accomplishment.
There's no way to explain all the things I feel.
After what felt like forever, we finally made it to the top of Guadalupe Peak. I'd be lying if I said there was a few times we didn't think about quitting and turning back around. We were extremely proud of ourselves for making it to the top of this mountain. There was just one problem: we had to get back down. It was getting cold, the sun was setting, and we were racing the darkness to get back to the truck. As you can clearly see, it won. It was definitely a little eerie being this high up in the mountains whenever it's pitch black. We really had no idea what lived out here, or what could have been watching us as we made our way down. With hours of downhill hiking in front of us, we started to get delusional.
In the very, very midst of the forest.
We're still about 7,000 feet above sea level. After a couple more hours, we finally saw the lights where our truck was parked in the parking lot. And we were finally able to get off our feet and get some more water and go get some food. Overall, I think this is an incredible hike and would definitely recommend it to anybody. Just come well rested and better prepared than what we were, and I don't think you'll have any problems at all. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to our page for future adventures. Thanks for watching.